What is up, For Honor family? How are y'all today? How many of you have heard the call at the beginning of Year 9 Season 2? You're just running around the map or battling and then you hear, ugh. I heard this in my first match in Year 9 Season 2 Title Update 1 and it happened on the Canyon map. So I was looking around thinking it was some kind of map addition and I was curious what it was. But what I found out was that it was not what I thought. It was just Shugoki headbutting. I can't say I was disappointed, but I had to laugh because that's how things go, man. That's how things happen in this game. Anytime there's an update, there's bound to be something that malfunctions no matter how minor or major it is. And speaking of bugs, there was a visual bug happening with feats that postponed the Triple Threat tournament for this title update. But the good news is it will be back for Title Update 2. And I'll take an audible issue over most bugs in the game. But I did get tired of hearing Shugoki calling out for anyone that would listen. I'm glad they were able to patch that quickly without anybody even making a big deal about it. Now let's get into these converted maps, just talking about them in general, and specifically the new Canyon map. It is quickly becoming one of my favorite maps, and especially one of my favorite converted maps. I'm really liking all of the converted maps. They feel bigger than what they actually are, full of detail, even in tighter spaces like on Viking Village. But going back to the Canyon map, when I take off from the starting blocks, whether I'm attackers or defenders, the feel of them is just different. I do like the attacker side more than the defender side because the look and feel of all three directions are very distinct. You got the drop off on the right side as you head towards A point. You have the bridge in the middle as you head towards B point. And then you have the trail on the left side as you head toward the boat in the boat dock area towards C point. And they're all visual beauties. And I actually, when I'm heading down towards the boat, it takes me back when I was back in the country, you know, in the beautiful state of North Carolina. And I'm just cruising down, trying to go to the river or whatever. And sometimes they did have boat docks in certain places, especially like in Oregon, if any of you know where Oregon is. You know, so it just took me back to those days when I was young and dumb and everything else. But anyway, nostalgia aside, I catch myself looking around and taking it in every time as I head to the point. And then of course, it's time to lock in once you get there. One thing I wasn't sure if I was going to like with these converted maps were the size of their minion lanes. Cathedral was so small that I felt like the lane changed too quick. It takes 7 steps to walk across. Yes, I walked across the 7 steps with the warden. And that's on the defenders. Well, I say the defender side, but it's the side where the defenders have to clear. And it's about 8 steps on the side that the attackers have to clear. And then we get an uneven mid lane on Viking Village, where it's small for the attackers to clear, takes about 10 steps to walk it, and a 16-step mid lane for the defenders to clear. And then when you go to the Canyon mid lane, it's pretty much Goldilocks, since it's about 10 to 11 steps on both sides. So that's just right. It's not massive like Citadel Gate or other maps, but it's not Cathedral small either. I hope they continue to do it like Canyon going forward. Now let's talk about the capture point themselves. When I think of capture points, I think of the size of them and the accessibility to them and of them. All of the converted maps do a good job of having multiple ways to exit and enter, which is a must. The size of the points are mostly solid. I thought I would like the smaller points better like we have on C point on Viking Village, but overall I like the spacing on the maps. The large size of A point on Canyon is excellent. I thought they may go in the same direction as the smaller Viking Village point by making it more closed in, but when you turn the corner and you see all of that space, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful to see all that area that you can work with. I thought it was just gonna be some enclosed in area because I would rather have what you have on C point on Canyon map than worry about being surrounded by walls and navigating not only the opponent, but also the environment. And I'm not saying that because I'm against it. I appreciate them both. We need them both. That's part of the challenge. It can feed into certain hero advantages. I get all of that. I'm just telling you from personal experience how I feel about it. Okay, so new Dom maps are nice. I get they're not new as far as never been seen, but they are new to Dom and they got reworked. Heck, there's a shark on one of them. That's new. So I'm saying new. The look, the setup, the attention to detail are all nice, and we've had 3 converted maps since they announced this was happening in Year 8. So I'm curious, which one of these are your favorite and why? Like, what do you like about these new converted maps? What are they doing wrong? What are they doing right? For me, as I alluded to, the Canyon map is my favorite. There's more distinction on this map compared to other converted maps. Viking Village is nice, don't get me wrong, but it just feels new. And in my Den recap video, I stated this feels more like a new Outlander map than a converted Viking map. It feels like a pirate map. The ship, the shark, the look, and the feel when I play it all feel fresh and fun. And if any of you are thinking it's some kind of recency bias, it's not, because even when you look at Viking Village, you think of what they took away more than what they added to make it unique. Cathedral has some nice touches to it with the bridge. I really do like the bridge, but it still feels weird to me to take the ladder down one side and not the other. There's a little inequity there. The landscaping can be like that, but it doesn't mean I have to like it, all right? That's the only thing. Now, our next map is expected to come in Y9S Season 4, Title Update 1. With that being a Wulin season and a Samurai season before that, I'm thinking we will see one of the Samurai maps converted next. It's just which one? Tower Ruins would be a scalable, fun map to experience Dom on with multiple ways in and out, but probably a freaking nightmare to convert. But I could see Forest being the one that's next converted. It has good size, and it looks like they have plenty that they could work with. But I would like to see what they could do with a place like Market Town. Now, here's like a little thought on what I think of Market Town. Have the points on different sides of the town. Like you have A point on one side, C point on the other side. And somehow have the team spawn in the middle. Make the bridge area larger for the mid lane, something like that. That would be fun to see. Even if you have to close off some of the higher points, that would be awesome. One zone could be on the high ground, the other on the low. And also I would like to see Canopy converted. They have a midpoint built in already. They can work spawns how they do for events like the Shadows of the Hitakiri event. But I'm thinking truly, if they did choose one, it would be Forest. And we may once again see a big centerpiece adjusted or removed. I just hope they provide a way you can travel through the middle versus removing it completely, and still keep all the ways you can travel around it. But that's all I have for this one, y'all. This is just a quick one, just to touch on the converted maps. I don't think we've had that conversation, so I just want to have that conversation a little bit with y'all. So which map do you think is next? And what's your favorite converted map so far? I also want to mention, if you have something to say and you're a subscriber to the channel, number one, thank you for subbing to the channel. I appreciate you. But you can go to the communities tab and you just go to my channel, visit my channel, click on Mr. Ardor's community, and we can have these conversations go beyond the comments. So you can go to the Mr. Ardor community, start a conversation. The only thing I ask, keep it respectful. So I hope to see you guys over there. Hope to see some good conversations. And let's keep this gaming conversation going. Thank you all for tuning in. There's so many videos that you can tune into. You took the time to tune into this one today. I'll always appreciate that. Until next time, y'all. Peace.